Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. Let's get right into it, shall we? E3. Now, Sony didn't show up this year, so that left just two gaming titans to go against each other. But they were really not even going against each other, you know? Microsoft and Nintendo, they've got, some camaraderie, some history, but this go around, it's like, let's play together. Ever since Nintendo had Minecraft on their console, Microsoft has kind of been like, wait a minute, we can make a lot of money just porting these games to Nintendo. So next thing you know, Cuphead is on the Switch, and there's more stuff that we're going to find out, right? Banjo-Kazooie, I'm just going to start with that. It's going to be in Smash Brothers. I started to say like a new game is going to be on Switch, but it would be awesome if Microsoft could allow that to happen. Like, hey, Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo 3, as it was teased way back on Nintendo 64 on Banjo Tooie. That game could come out on both systems. I don't see Microsoft doing it, but if you'd have told me a year ago that Banjo Kazooie was going to be a Smash Bros, I would have said I don't see it happening either. But a lot of us wanted it to happen. We've been begging for it to happen, and they made it happen. I'm excited. I really don't know why. It's just, I guess, from a nostalgia point of view, it's like they should have never left Microsoft. I don't think they understand what to do with that character. They've come to the realization to say, well, the target audience of this game is still playing Nintendo, so let's go ahead and let that happen. If Microsoft Game Pass, which I still keep talking about, I think it's going to come to Switch. It's coming to PC. Why not come to Switch? Questions are, well, what will they bring to it if it does? Some older Xbox games. I don't know, but we're getting on a tangent here. Let's get back to E3. So you had that on Smash Bros, and then you had one of the Dragon Quest heroes, and I guess you can choose from several different other Dragon Quest games who the hero you want to have, like from I guess the newest Dragon Quest, which makes sense. So that guy's coming out sometime in the summer. I'd reckon I guess July and August. Those are the only really 2 months left of summer, really, and then you've got in the fall you'll have Banjo. So Banjo-Kazooie, excuse me. Nintendo announced 20 something games. But let's back up to Microsoft because I wasn't as excited. I think they still did a good E3. And they announced their new system, Scarlet, which is going to be backwards compatible with all the previous generations of Xbox. So what does that mean for me? It means I'm probably going to get rid of my Xbox One and possibly the 360 as well and just stick with the Scarlet. I'm gonna I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do. It's like, oh, just keep them for nostalgia, or I don't know. Really don't know, but I'm excited that they're backwards compatible. I think it would be nice if all systems, every generation, they accounted for others. But I understand that's not always the selling point for the business as it is for us consumers. We don't want to have 20 systems unless you're like me, right? So, I digress. They showed off Cyberpunk 77 or 2077. I don't know. Cyberpunk is going to have Keanu Reeves in it, so uh, that's going to be something that people who are just Keanu Reeves fans are going to drive towards. The graphics look amazing. I mean, this is made by CD Projekt Red, who made The Witcher, Witcher 3, all those games. So people are going to be looking for that one. What else did Microsoft have? I think they had a couple of RPGs. I thought I saw Phantasy Star Online returning, like part whatever. Phantasy Star Online is coming. So a lot of the other games wasn't super excited for. It seemed like it was mostly like features and abilities that Microsoft was pushing this go around. So it was not a bad presentation at all. I think it was one of their better ones, if you ask me. Now, let's go over to the Nintendo side. Microsoft is telling you to watch the Nintendo side, and that's because of Banjo-Kazooie. But I think that there's more that they haven't shown yet. But they'll release it when they want to. Nintendo's got their ducks in a row, finally. What I mean by that is, if you remember in the Nintendo 64 days, the GameCube days, releases were slow. Like, you looked forward to the first party Nintendo releases, and in between there was a lot of shovelware, a lot of bloatware, not a lot of second party stuff, you know. And Capcom hasn't really supported Nintendo as much as they did on the Super Nintendo days. But here they are porting a lot of older games. Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, 5 and 6 are coming. Eventually 7 will come. You know, we're getting all these games. Hopefully they, you know, put an actual Street Fighter that's within the mainline series back on there. Like, you know, Street Fighter 5 has been out for how long now, and they haven't just given us the, you know, a DLC all-inclusive port of that. That should be here on the Switch by now. But again, getting back to what they actually showed off, you know, we were looking for Bayonetta 3. It wasn't there, but No More Heroes 3 was. Oh, I'm excited about that. Travis Touchdown is back. Not this little spin-off game that they announced before. You know, whatever that was, Travis, I don't know. I didn't buy it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Suda51. But I will be buying No More Heroes 3. I've been waiting for that since the second game on the Wii U. So, that said, was it Wii U or was it just the Wii? Maybe it was just the Wii and then I played it on Wii U. I can't remember, but fantastic games. Both of those were, and the third one I'm expecting it to be fantastic as well. They showed off Animal Crossing. You can put stuff outside of your village and what have you. I'm not super big in Animal Crossing, but it looks to be a fun experience. I kind of look at the more features they give you in these Animal Crossing games. It just says to me, why not just go camping? I know everybody can't, hence why they enjoy these games. You know, some people like just the simplicity of, you know, maintaining villages. It kind of come off like Stardew Valley. That's kind of what it came off like. So, you've got that. There were rumors of this Mario Kart All-Stars. That wasn't true at all. I'm not saying that it's not a real game, because Mario Plus Rabbids, Kingdom Battle, you would have told me about that. I'd have said, yeah, that's a lie. It's not real. And it was real. So this could be real, and it could just not be ready. But it didn't show at E3, so what did show is the Mario Sonic Olympic Games, and that looked like one of the better ones I've seen. You know, the Mario Kart thing, I would like it to be true because they haven't given us a new Mario Kart yet. They've given us a port of the last one, but we're due for like an actual Mario Kart for this generation. So the Mario Sonic, it's either what was meant in these leaks, or, like I said, the game does not, you know, it does not have a substantial amount of progress made to have been revealed. And Nintendo's, you know, spacing themselves out. Like I said, over 20 games coming out just, you know, in the next 8 months. So, and I don't mean just 20 shovelware, like 20 games that you're going to really want to check out. There was no Star Fox, no new Mario, but at the end they showed a new Zelda, a sequel, Breath of the Wild. No, not the Link's Awakening. That is coming too, and that looks cool. But Breath of the Wild 2 is coming, and it looks like they showed like a corpse of Ganon, like Ganondorf, not the Calamity, but like Ganondorf, and Link is with Zelda. Can you play as Zelda? They haven't slipped the beans yet. But folks are going to jump all over that. I like that they're pumping out more Zeldas this go around. It seems like every other generation, it's like more Mario games, less Zelda, more Zeldas, less Mario. And this go around, it's like they're going back and forth between Mario and Zeldas. Yes, there's been some ports of Mario, but no Mario Odyssey 2 or anything like that yet. Maybe that's like next year or a year from now, but we all know that that's going to come at some point. So what did you guys think? Who do you think won? Did you watch any of E3? Did you enjoy it? I mean, before I wrap it up, let me not forget Square Enix showed up. And they had the Avengers game that a lot of people are miffed about because they don't look like the actors and actresses that we've grown accustomed to over the years so far. So, it's a big project. They're treating it as something special. So, we'll see what happens with that. It's not coming out for Switch. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is a Switch exclusive, but this other Avengers game, not so much. And then I'd be remiss if I left off without mentioning Final Fantasy VII. It's going to be 2 Blu-ray discs just for the Midgar part. Midgar being, what, the first 5 to 10% of the game? You know, I'm still somewhat excited. Not as excited. I mean, the game should have been out by now. They're letting you kind of play a style between how 15 was and then the traditional way that it was. You can kind of choose how you want to go. So Cloud can just, swing his sword how he wants to. But then fill up his materia and summon magic and spells. And it's just amazing to see how Aerith looked in 1997 and then in 2019. Excited for Tifa. Tifa, just one of my first girl crushes. She just looks amazing. She looks like she's got the old move sets, and they kind of remind me of Sakura or Sakura, if you're from over here, and say it that way. It looks like she's got the Sharryu Reppa from Street Fighter from that character's move. So they showed some other games. A lot of them were going to be on either Microsoft or Nintendo because Square is independent at this point. Square Enix, excuse me. Collection of Mana. All that looks exciting. So again, who do you think won? What games are you looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below. From here on out, you might see me at Chicago. Why? Pokemon Go Fest, Chicago. Yes, I'm actually going. If you see me with this yellow hat on, feel free to say hi. Till then, I'll see you in the next video. Captain Sensation!